Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel Aqualuna73. This is going to be another moon reading. Please bear in mind these are general readings and it's not going to resonate with everyone. There are no time frames attached to these readings, so you can watch them at any time. It can apply to your life at any time. Like I always say, time is a constraint that was invented by us as humans. Okay, so the download that I got for you, I don't know, I think I might be making this a collective reading because I pick up several energies for this specific reading. I did a reading yesterday that I posted about the T square, okay? So wherever you are, there's several energies that I pick up of several individuals who are in positions where they are, people look up to them. In other words, they have some type of leadership position. This could be just someone like a reverend of a church, a mayor of a community, a teacher with a classroom full of kids, a kindergarten teacher. You have kids that look up to you. They basically look to you for guidance. Okay, so leadership is not only political. Leadership is not only associated, because people have this very narrow perspective of what leadership entails. Leadership does not entail you being this extravagantly flamboyant politician or something. You could just be a mother of two kids and you're responsible for those two kids, to raise them properly, to guide them properly, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Okay. You as a mother, you are also a leader. We as mothers of this world, okay, it's our responsibility to mold the leaders of tomorrow. Okay. So I might be even speaking to a bunch of mothers. Okay, I have no idea who you are. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a past life spread. I could have, basically picked up this in, oh my God, now there's a bunch of helicopters in the air. I forgot to close my window. Oh my God. Okay, just don't mind that, okay? There's always this helicopters and aeroplanes and all those things, so just don't mind it. So I'm going to do a past life spread. I'm going to draw 10 cards from my Karma Music Tarot deck. I'm going to talk louder now. I'm going to speak about responsibility, because Spider-Man came through, and the quote of Spider-Man. And sometimes when I load my content on my channel, there are other tarot readers that pop up, or the shorts, okay? And there was this specific male tarot reader that constantly pops up in my news feed. So either this individual is in my algorithm, or they watch my stuff. I've never met this person. I don't know this individual. But I do see this person's stuff pop up in my news feed. Okay. And there's something interesting that this person, there was the short that popped up in my newsfeed where it's mentioned something about um, what responsibilities or something to that effect. Okay. So I don't know what that was about, but it made me think of um, this quote about Spider-Man, where his uncle basically tells him with great power comes great responsibility. Okay. And the way I raise my kids, I always tell my son, sometimes being a leader is not something that you choose. In most cases, it's not something that you choose. If you look at even superhero movies, sometimes people have the situation or the circumstance that they live in. Okay. And it basically forces them into a situation. Say, for instance, I'm going to try and make an ordinary example of everyday things. Like this morning, I posted stuff about the Sultan in Morocco, that this individual was basically forced by external factors to protect some type of legacy of his country. Okay. And like Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, and a load of other people, there were situations and circumstances that basically forced their hand. Okay. It was either them stand up for what they believed in, for what they valued, their families, their kids, the future of the generation that was coming after them, or if they could just stand back and tolerate what was given to them. Okay. And usually when you come in front of this, if you look at superhero movies and you look at how this individual became a superhero, in most cases it was either some type of freak accident that happened to this individual, or there was some type of traumatic experience that this individual had. I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, let me just have a look here. Okay, it's nothing. I don't know what was that. Okay, and while I was talking about that, Batman came to mind. And if you look at Batman, okay, I think the reason why he became what he was not only because of the fact that uh, he needed to or wanted to save people or help people. It's also because of his past, of what happened to his parents, okay, of how his parents died. And this is basically something, it's like it's like it was a core memory that was created in his mind as a child. Okay, and this basically forced his um trajectory to change of his life. Okay, so basically sometimes life has a tendency to force your hand in certain things. So I have no idea who I'm going to pick up now. I'm going to drink water. Where's my water? So yeah, what I'm going to do is a 10 card spread. I'm going to do a past life spread. I'm going to see who you were in your past life, okay? And if your past life person, the person that you were in the past life, has any advice for you, okay? Okay. So I don't know exactly what this is that you're facing, but I don't know if it's a choice that you need to make, or it comes across that something is confusing to you. It also, you know what, this morning that I made that post, it's difficult when you're a person that cares. Okay, you don't want anybody to get hurt in any situation, regardless of who these individuals are. Okay, because if you are empathetic, compassionate individual, you have this tendency to want to see both sides of the story. You want to hear about it. Oh, now there's this judge that's popping up into my head. Okay, we all know that they have these reality shows like Judge Judy, and but there was this other judge, Judge Caprio. Okay, he's an Italian judge, and his show was like broadcasted in a lot of countries, including South. Excuse me, okay, I'm having hiccups now. I drank water. Okay, so basically, now they're going to cut the grass again. First helicopters, now the grass is going to be cut. So basically, he has this very compassionate personality, and because he has this big heart, okay, he just doesn't just look at the individual that stands in front of him in a court and sees a person that committed a crime. He sees a human being. What was your motive behind the thing? Okay, were you doing it on purpose, okay? Because he had the ability to just define something really. It's almost like he could pick things apart, okay? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of noise. I'm going to just hold on, guys. I'm going to close the window quickly. There's a lot of noise outside. I cutting grass. Cars are making a noise. Okay, and then later on, Luna might just start to bark also. Lot of noise. So I don't know exactly what the situation is that you're facing, but something comes across as confusing as well to you. Okay, so you might have a lot of questions regarding whatever this is that you're experiencing, and it leaves you confused, and you basically maybe have to, it's for some of you, you have to decide something. Okay, you have to decide something. Sorry about the noise, my loves. I'm so sorry about the noise. Okay, so and basically you cannot make a decision because you're confused, and you cannot make a decision in a state of confusion. Okay, so you're basically looking for guidance, and this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to guide you through this. Okay, third card, fourth card, number 5, number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is our 10. This is maybe going to be a long reading, guys. I do not know. So I'm going to draw another oracle card, and then we're going to see what your past life, who you were in your past life, and what this past life energy wants to tell you. So please allow me to tap into the spirit guides, my spirit guides. Oh my gosh, I haven't even started yet, and there's already a card. I'm going to just stay it again. No, not going to take this card. I ask my spirit guides to please guide me. The Ascended Masters, God, God's Son, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. Amun-Ra, Mother, you get all the benevolent energies of this universe that guide me when I do my readings and meditations. All of you that are with me, my ancestors, spirit guides, and archangels. What lessons and messages do you have for my collective for this reading? Please and thank you. And some will take me. Some of you, this is what's coming through. Some of you could be in a divine male, divine female connection. Some of you refer to it as a twin flame connection. You have been experiencing something really odd, okay? Partially it leaves you confused. It also leaves you, the word detail is coming to mind. It's maybe there's something in detail that you're noticing. You're noticing something in detail, okay? You're seeing signs. The universe or God is showing you signs. Listen to your intuition, the guides are telling me. The word don't mess with anyone is coming to mind, or the sentence. Don't fall for this is coming to mind. This is all downloads that I'm getting now, okay? There's somebody or there's an energy that wants to mislead you. This is what's coming to mind. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Let's just see. Okay. So you need to listen to your intuition regarding something, and something is wanting to mislead you. You got ship, travel, vehicles, movement, journey, change, and distance. So the first thing that pops up into my head when I look at that ship is I pick up a strong energy of somebody that comes from a slave history, okay? Because I'm looking at the ship. This individual, I do not like to tap into this energies like this, but I have to, okay? This individual, you are a slave on a ship. You are basically traveling on the, is it the Pacific or the Atlantic, to whichever was your new home or destination, and you died on the ship. This is what I pick up now. You died on the ship. So you basically, your previous life, you were a slave, okay? You died on a ship. This is what I pick up right now. I just trying to pick up some more energies here, okay? Okay, so what was the first card that I drew now? Okay, this card here, the Eight of Coins, is your first card. And this is the aura of your soul, okay? And the aura of your soul basically is what you're currently encompassing, or the energy that you're in or surrounding you. Okay, is the Eight of Coins. It's almost like the Eight of Coins is represented about like somebody in a learning energy, an apprentice, okay? An apprentice. You're basically learning something from someone. So this is also the energy that I've picked up of this individual. Whoever you are, in your previous life, you were an apprentice. Okay, you were basically studying under someone to be something. Okay. So basically the energy that I pick up for you now in this current life, it's like you feeling like you have this passage. This energy is like somebody experienced some type of initiation or passage. And the experiences that they are having is leaving them confused because they are resisting something. Okay. This person is full of doubt because I strongly feel this person is resisting something and they're full of doubt. I don't know. Maybe it's because of what they see happening. It could be, I don't know, maybe you're having experiences and these experiences are trying to show you something, but you're basically not, you're ignoring it because you're denying something. I don't know what exactly it is you're denying. I don't know if you're denying a power that you're having, you're denying a type of vision that the universe is trying to show you. I don't know what this is. I'm just telling you the downloads that I'm getting. So you were an apprentice in your previous life, okay? And it's almost like in this lifetime, you have this tendency to be a procrastinator, somebody that's a perfectionist, okay? And this is something that holds you back from maybe making progress in certain things, okay? And you're basically struggling to focus. You could be maybe a student, or you want to be a student, you want to go study, but you're struggling to focus or discipline yourself. But in your previous life, you were an apprentice and you could do this, okay? But you were basically torn, yeah, with this ship card, you were torn away from whatever it is that you were learning, okay, forcefully. Okay, your second card is the Four of Coins, okay. The first card was your soul aura, and the aura that your soul is in and was, okay. The second card is your early years in your previous life, okay. Just, we're going to have a good talk here, guys. Okay. With this Four of Coins, like I said, you were a young individual in your previous life. You got torn from a life. Four of Coins is basically you were in this energy where you were creating some type of stability for yourself, okay? Basically saving up, being conservative in how you saw things and how you did things, okay? And basically, with the snake here, you were basically surrounded by greedy energies, okay? And you ended up in a situation that basically, if you were a slave and you were torn from a life that you had, it was because of greedy energies of certain dynamics and people and countries that wanted to expand, grow, be more, have more, okay? And you did this at the expense of other human beings. So they basically took your life away to basically uplift them. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Okay. I don't have any better explanation that I can think of. So basically they left. Now you in this energy, you feel this now. Okay. It's like you currently in this energy of your life that you are in now. And you're basically greedy for experiences because of the lack or the fact that you were torn away from a life that you had previously. Okay, it's like, yeah, you're greedy for experiences. Say, for instance, what I mean is greedy for experiences. You have this yearning in your soul, okay? And when you see something, you have big dreams, you have big desires, and you ask yourself, why do I have this? Why do I have this huge desire to be more, okay? And it basically, partially, it scares you, okay? These desires and these passions that you have for yourself, for your life, the things that you want, it's because of this past energy. It's like maybe this individual, the I don't know why it's coming out like this now. Like I said, there's several energies. Maybe there is somebody in your life right now, okay? Either this person pushes you or this person sees your potential, Okay, this person pushes you, this person sees your potential, they see what you're capable of, but it doesn't come across as if this individual is like abrasive. No, this is not what I pick up. I have no idea. But there's some type of energy. It could be a guide, it could be a spirit guide, it could be an ancestor. You feel this urge, this pull, this push, okay? So it's basically your past aura, your past life, and maybe some type of dharma that you still need to work on, okay? And that you need to sort out, or some type of karma that you need to live out in this lifetime, and this energy is pushing you to do it, and you're wondering where the hell is this coming from, and partially it's scaring you because you want it so much, and you could be in a life where you're comfortable, you're really comfortable in a life. It's not like there's anything wrong with the type of life that you have now, okay? In your previous life you were a slave, but now you have a averagely, yeah, you have a basic middle class life, you have a job, you have a home, you have everything that you could need, okay? But you still have this desire and this urge to want more, okay? And to you maybe it comes across as some type of greed that you have, but it's not that. Yes, it's greed, but it's greedy for experiences, for more things, okay? It's like somebody, if I would travel, if I would go to some type of country, a specific country, okay, whatever this country might, say for instance, if I go to China or Japan, the first thing that I would do is I would love to taste their food. Okay, so I think the best way you can connect to other people is through their food. Okay, dishes, it's what they eat, how they eat, the culture around the eating, okay? Like in Japan, they have this whole culture around tea. Even Britain has this whole culture around tea. Here in South Africa, because of colonialism, we have a lot of established cultures. Even in my life, okay, I can remember as a child, Sunday afternoon tea was a thing. Like seriously, I'm dead serious. My mom did it, my grandma. Even I made myself guilty, okay, that I had to have a specific type of tea set, different types of teas, flavored teas. I worked in a restaurant where they had these different types of flavored coffees and teas from all around the world. And I tasted everything. And basically, if you get a taste of a glimpse of somebody, say for instance, you in a situation where you have difficulty accepting someone from another culture, someone from another, yeah, basically another culture, country, get to know them through their food. It's the best way, in my opinion. Okay, because this is something universal. Music even is something universal. Okay, it's a language that we all recognize. So I have no idea what this is. Okay, I'm just using examples. Your third card is wise woman. This was your environment that you were in your previous life. You were surrounded by strong individuals. You were raised maybe by a group of strong female people. Okay, I have no idea if you were female and you were basically taken away from your people, you were an apprentice. The word Amazons is coming to mind, okay, because we have the wise woman here, female warrior. This could possibly be it, okay. You were in the prime of your life, of your early years, where you were taught. I said you were an apprentice. Now the Amazons is coming through. You could have been a female warrior, maybe an African warrior, I don't know, maybe from another country. You were torn from a life or your apprenticeship at an early age. Now you have this urge in your life currently from a previous life, and it's like your soul pulling you into some specific direction, and I do not know what the direction is that's pulling you into. Okay, you know that. So you were basically surrounded by a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. Okay, I think for some of you there could have been instances where if you came from a history of some type of oppression. Okay, the word conquering is coming to mind. Crusades, the crusades is coming to mind. Okay, so I don't know, it, like I said, these different energies that's coming through here, so it's different people. Maybe the crusades is one of your lifetimes that you loved. Okay, excuse me, sorry guys, I just drank more water. So yeah, came from a very sound environment, in my opinion, and you were torn from this. Maybe because of war, there's maybe a war that broke out in your country. You could have been, you died at a young age, okay, because of this war. Or you could have been a slave and you were removed and you were placed into slavery and you died on your way to this other country on a boat, okay. Okay, because this is the exact thing that popped up into my head when I drew that card. So you didn't come from a deprived history. You come from a history that's full of knowledge, wisdom. This woman is sitting with a book, education, all those things. Okay. Two of Swords is your next card. And it's your fourth card. And this is an occupation. It's supposed to represent your occupation that you had in this previous life. Okay, I have no idea what this is. Two of Swords. You're an apprentice. Okay. I have no idea what this is. The Two of Swords is supposed to represent the occupation that you had in a previous life. And the Two of Swords is represented about like you in this energy currently where you're indecisive, like I said, confused, okay. You need to create, you need to make a choice about something, and you're basically blocking some type of emotions or feelings, okay. This is what's coming to mind. I've seen here in South Africa, we also have other people that practice traditional African spirituality like sangomas, okay. So they're basically herbal doctors, okay. And then you get witch doctors as well, but they're not the same as a sangoma. I'm not going to go into these things, okay. The people confuse the two, I think. So basically, I've watched documentaries on television where a lot of people, men and women, there are even people that are white people that became sangomas, although it's a mostly an African traditional spiritual practice. So basically, when these people were called to enter this spiritual practice as a Sangoma or a herbal spiritual healer, okay, they usually spoke about certain experiences that they had before they chose the path. And usually, when they speak of the type of experiences that they have, things would go wrong. Okay, like they would get sick, or they would have nightmares a lot. They would get cold sweats. Okay, they would feel these presences of maybe ancestors and stuff. And basically, what African traditional people describe, it's the ancestors. The ancestors are basically troubling you, okay, because there's some aspect that you need to step into in this lifetime that you couldn't in a previous lifetime. And this is what I pick up also here with the Two of Swords, because you're blocking this. I don't know exactly what this is, a type of apprentice. I said you could have been like a warrior, okay, a soldier, a warrior. You maybe were an apprentice in some type of practice. What's coming to mind, you maybe were a blacksmith. Okay, you were taught to be a blacksmith. Maybe you were taught to, goldsmith is also coming to mind. Okay, I have no idea what this is. I'm going to draw a card quickly and then I'm going to see what additional information do you have for this Two of Swords, please and thank you. House, home, family, warmth, security, privacy, comfort. This is what the universe is giving you for this. There's a clarifier. I have no idea what to make of this, okay? I'm not going to, like, I have no idea. Whoever you are, you will know how it fits in. Okay, so your next card is the Devil card. You got the Devil card as your next card. And then the Ace of Swords. And then you have the Knight of Wands. Okay. And the Devil card is your fifth card. And this is, what the hell? With the Devil card, you were seen as a threat to some type of status quo or dynamic. Because the question here for the Devil card is, what was your social status? And this is the card that comes up for this. You basically, with your social status, this is how people saw you. Okay, it's almost like people feared you or feared what you could become. And they basically tore that away from you. I have no idea what this is. You were a threat to some type of dynamic. Okay, you were a threat. Some of you could have been in a situation where you could have been a political prisoner. You died in a prison for political reasons. Okay. And they basically saw you as this devil energy, as a threat. It's like these individuals, they wanted to impose some type of limitation on you because of something that you possessed, something that you owned, something that you had. Okay. The Ace of Swords is your next card and it's number 6. And this is your relationship. Your relationship with the Ace of Swords. said, the Ace of Swords is a bird of prophecy card. If it comes out with a devil card, like I said, whoever this is, you had power. The Ace of Swords is power. It's manifestation. You could have been a very powerful individual, okay? But you were a young, powerful individual. And this is distinctly what I pick up. Most of you were young when you were torn from something. You died young, or something was taken from you from a very young age, okay? Maybe you were torn from your family from a very young age. Your mom and your dad died, you were orphaned. Or, like I said, like maybe you were a war orphan, okay? You were powerful. Your family could have been powerful. You were seen as a threat with this devil card, with this Ace of Swords as well. So your relationship with the people around you, there's something about you with this devil card and this Ace of Swords, something that people feared, okay? There's something that people feared. I'm going to see if I can draw some clarifiers here, but I want to use another deck now. I'm looking for a deck. Okay, just hold on, guys. I'm getting another deck here. Oracle deck. I want to know more about this. Oh my God, we're already 41 minutes in. The word Lord. Communication, praise, dishonesty. Some of you clergy is coming to mind. You could have been some type of religious clergy person. You contained a lot of information or had a lot of information, and these people wanted to disempower you. Knight of Wands is the next card. This is your family, okay? This is what your family represented. Your family presented a very strong energy, okay, because it's a fire energy and it's the Knight of Wands. There was a lot of passion, a lot of energy associated with your family. You could have come from a family, like I said, Crusaders, the game Assassin's Creed is Knights of Templar is coming to mind. I have no idea. But you had a very strong connection in your family. You could have come from some type of royal lineage, or a lineage of people that had a particular career. Like I said, the Amazons, it could have been a group of warriors, or I have no idea. Okay. So your family had a strong influence. You were maybe torn from this family. You could have been a successor to something. You maybe were somebody that had to take over some type of a title from an older individual, and okay, this is probably what it was. You were an apprentice. You could have been a prince. You could have had royal blood. They basically saw you as a threat. You were sold as a slave. Oh my God, what the hell? Gee was. You were a very educated individual at a very young age. Maybe you had a very high IQ. Okay. Three of Coins is the next card. Okay. This is how you died. You passed away. This is how you passed away. Okay, Three of Coins. The word poison is coming to mind for some of you. Could have been poisoned. Okay, like I said here in the beginning, one of you died on a ship. One of you could have been poisoned. Okay, we're collaborating with some type of individuals here. Okay, and these individuals could have stabbed you in the back. There's a movie that's popping up into my head now. Okay, the movie was on Netflix. I think the movie's name is Kate. I'm not sure, I have to, but I know Woody Harrelson is in the movie. I don't know the actress, but she's an assassin, and she basically gets this call where she has to go do some type of. This is a job. She's an assassin, so she has to go kill this individual, and the person that she has to go kill is some type of head honcho of the Yakuza clan, which is almost like the mafia but in Japan. Okay, and she basically goes on a date with this guy, and this guy spikes a drink, and when she goes on this mission to kill this individual, something goes wrong and she shoots the wrong individual, but she basically does a knee injury or something to that effect. And then this whole thing spirals out of control, where she discovers that she becomes sick, and her veins start to pop out on her skin, and she has this rash, and she discovers that she was poisoned. Okay. I can't remember everything of the movie, but there's something almost similar like that. Okay. Somebody got wanted to get rid of you in a previous life. This is probably why you so uncertain in this life. You have a lot of fear, okay, that's holding you back from maybe experiencing certain things, because this past life that you had, it basically placed you in this position where you're very fearful to do things. Okay. You feel limited basically. But this limitation that you have is imposed. It's self-imposed. Okay. With this Two of Swords as well, it's self-imposed. Two of Cups is your next card. This is your past life lesson that you had to learn. Okay. Past life lesson is the Two of Cups. Maybe because of your knowledge, because of what you knew, there were people that hated you basically. Okay. And this caused a lot of lack of harmony. Yeah. With the Two of Cups, there was a lack of harmony in connections that you had. You could have been betrayed by people that you knew. Okay. Because in this movie with Kate, she was betrayed by someone that she knew. I think so. I can't even remember the half of the movie. I watched this movie a long time ago. And the other day it popped up again on Netflix because I don't know what the hell this is. Okay. But you were betrayed. Some of you were betrayed by someone close to you, like Kate was betrayed by someone close to her, someone that she trusted, someone that she knew. I think, okay, this is how the movie plays out. And I think the situation for you might have been something similar. It's almost like you need to be careful of the people around you, or this is what you needed to do in your past life, okay? This was the past life lesson that you needed to learn. It's almost like you had this blind trust in everyone around you. Like I said, you were young energy. And you basically, it makes me think of, oh my God, why is this coming up? The Bible story of Moses and how he got sold out by his brothers. Okay, he was basically sold to Pharaoh's people by his own brothers. Okay, so I don't know exactly what this dynamic is that you experience, but in this lifetime work on relationship dynamics, okay, that you don't alienate people. It doesn't mean you have to like step back and beat or diminish a part of yourself. You can be yourself, be authentic. Okay, people need to accept the fact that you are different, that you have an opinion, and you have a right to express that opinion. You live in a free world now, but you don't want to push the limit when it comes to certain things. Okay, listen to people, accept people are different than you. I don't know exactly what this is, but there was some type of dynamic where people hated on you in the past. Maybe they were jealous, like Joseph was always, I mean, Moses, is it Moses or Joseph? No, I said Moses. No, it was Joseph, right? It was Joseph that was sold by his brothers. So Joseph was his dad's favorite. He was the youngest. His dad like doted on him, and the other brothers didn't like it. So 10 of coins is your last card. This is your past life impact on your present situation. Okay, is the 10 of coins. It's affecting your, the word finances is coming to mind because I distinctly get the feeling you're in this energy where you're constantly procrastinating, you have a lot of doubts, you have a lot of confusion and fear, okay? But you also have this pull and this urge to go for something. But I think these fears are holding you back on building something, okay? But you didn't have this fear in the past. You maybe were very confident, and maybe this confident other people looked on it as if it was cocky. But maybe you didn't, because Joseph was very naive because he trusted his own brothers, okay? So you need to step into your power here, because here with the 10 of coins, the 10 of coins speaks of wealth, inheritance, and building it, okay? So you need to build on something or grow something, because whatever you're going to do, it involves some type of leadership aspect, a person that's going to be revered by other individuals, okay? I have no idea what this is. I'm going to draw a last card. So you need to step into your power basically with the 10 of Pentacles. You could be in this energy where you feel the word job hopping is coming to mind. I don't know. Discombobulated, somebody that doesn't have, like, the inner compass is wanky, okay? And it's not because of this person being somebody that doesn't have the potential to do something. It's this person's fear. There's something that holds them back. The resting tree is what you're getting today. Patience and stillness. You need to reflect, and you need to face whatever this demon is that's trying to hold you back from whatever this is that you need to live out in this lifetime. I have to go now, guys. It's 53 minutes already. Anyway, this is your reading for today. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please take care. I love you. Bye.